This is the first time this app has been demoed in the world, right, Loren?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first time, you guys are the first ones to actually hear this app. Yeah. At your store. So it's cool to be out here. Thank you guys. Hopefully everyone signed up for all the giveaways and stuff. But in terms of tone, as far as tone is concerned, I've always been into really tight, mid-range but controlled low-end kind of tone just to cut through the mix. I've never had a problem cutting through the mix with these whatsoever. Cool thing is, excuse me. Cool thing is that being with Blackstar, we've had the opportunity to try all sorts of different heads. Every single head that they pretty much make, we've had the honor of being able to test all of them out and give them a run through live. So that's super important. Reliability, good company, So out here with Loren, who runs the show and stuff. So thank you, Loren.
Thank you. Awesome.
Anything to add? So,
since it's kind of a smaller group here, which makes it kind of more intimate and cool, you guys have any questions to ask him, feel free to.
Yeah. What's up? Are any of the pedals on is that all straight?
what I do is, I. How do I use this? So basically, the entire time that I've been playing guitar, maybe about the 5th year that I knew I was going to stick to guitar, I started researching on tone, and I always used a boost pedal or an overdrive pedal. Right now, I'm actually using a KHDK boost pedal just to give it a little more drive. It's a boost OD pedal, but it's more of a boost, and it just hits the front end a little harder. So it's you get that nice, not that nice tight chunk. It's really tight chunk to it. But anyhow, I've always been a fan of boost pedals and OD pedals just to drive that front section. But I mean, even without it, I mean, I usually back off on the gain because I use this. But if you increase the gain on the head, that's no problem. It's just as tight. But it's just, it works good with my right hand. It's part of my technique and stuff. So. Anyhow, a little bit about me. I'm a Texan, man. I'm from Texas. I'm from El Paso, Texas. Born and raised. I still live there. So it's good to be out here with fellow Texans. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Right? All right. Yeah. Yeah, so, think about Texas crowds. Texas crowds are always on fire, man. It doesn't matter where you're at. It's always die hard, hardcore. That's right. That's right. Yeah, die hard, hardcore fans, and the shows are always fun in Texas. It doesn't matter where you're at, really. We played not in ministry, but in other bands that I've been in. We've played shows in Odessa that are awesome. Or you would figure you'd never have a killer show. So Texas is alive, man, when it comes to music and metal and support. So this is my 3rd year with ministry, man. I'm going on my 3rd year with ministry. It's been awesome. First tour I was on was a world tour. I got the opportunity. My good friend and partner in crime, Sin, the other guitar player in ministry, main guitar player in ministry. I've known him, probably about 18 years. We did a tour together when he was in a band called Society One, and I was playing in a band called Pissing Razors from here in Texas, and did a tour together. Stayed friends, and when they decided to get ministry back and running, he called me and asked me if I was interested, and I said yeah. So, but I'm born and raised in El Paso, Texas. 39 years old. I've been playing guitar since I was about 9 years old. You know, it's just something that I picked up on my own. You know, it's a funny story. The way I learned how to play was I was basically stuck in my bedroom for an entire summer back in, man, I'd like to say maybe the late 80s or so, late 80s, early 90s in El Paso. It was very, very, very violent in the community that we lived in central El Paso. A lot of shootings, a lot of gang shootings. And luckily, my family and my brothers and sisters never took part of any of that. So all the gangs and rival gangs knew that we weren't a part of that. But my mom wouldn't let me go out, man. Friends would go out, and friends would go out, and they friends would go out and parties and whatnot, movies, and she wouldn't let me out of the house just in fear that I would die. I had friends that got shot, friends that died. And I'm grateful for that now, because I would have never learned how to pick up a guitar that was in my house, and never would have gone through my brother's record collection when he wasn't there to figure out that everything was, back then, every record was pretty much in like E, standard E. So, my brother, he kind of knew how to play guitar, so he taught me how to tune a guitar. So I owe it to him. Took me to my first show. My first show was a Metallica and Justice for All tour. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime, on that album that opened the show. So that was very memorable for me. But yeah, that's how I started learning how to play. Is violence in my city kept me at home, and parents kept me in house, and that's what I did, man. That's how I learned it. And good to be here. It brought me here to you guys, and to share some stories with you guys. But you guys have any questions? Any guitar questions?
Earliest guitar influence?
Earliest guitar influence? Of course, going through my brother's record collection, early Metallica, James Hetfield, obviously. This is honest truth. This is one of the reasons I play an Explorer-shaped guitar, is that was my main influence when I was a kid growing up, and being at that concert and like watching the dude play, that really did a lot for me. So this is like my tribute to him. Yeah, my way of saying thanks is playing that guitar shape that he's always played, and yeah.
Very cool.
Anyone else? Loren?
What else you got to play?
I got a couple more songs. Do you want to hear more songs?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. I don't know if my arm's ready for this one.
What track is it you're playing?
It's a track called Real Ground Blood.
And now, a message from the President of the United States, George W. Bush.